Hello and welcome to a live edition of Studio 415.
On today's show, you'll hear an update on the school-wide lift-up video which will happen on May 24th.
You will hear from a couple of Carroll's janitors and what their day looks like.
And you'll get to see how the golf and softball teams are doing and what their goals are.
All of that and more coming up next. We are live from Studio 415. I'm Luke Relu.
And I'm Des McNeely.
Preparations for this year's Lift Up is ramping up as the year is winding down. This project will take place during the school day and will involve every student and staff member at CHS.
Studio 415 reporter Cole Daly has an update on Carroll's biggest event this year.
2019 Lift Up is a school-wide video where every student and every teacher will be included. There are 9 different sectors for this video. Sector 1 will begin at the bus lot with Mr. Bidding standing with the student, while Sector 9 will end outside of Door 1 with seniors in their caps and gowns. For each sector, there will be different sports and clubs lining the halls. Students in these sports or clubs will be together and showing off their activity and school pride. While this is going on, there will be a student lip-singing to the music in the background. Each sector has a sector leader that has been carefully planning what this sector will look like for months now. Each sector leader has made a video displaying their sector and what students will be doing for the Lift Up. Sector 3 leader Desmond McNeely explains his responsibilities as a leader.
I'm going to be in charge of making sure everybody knows what they're supposed to do in my sector. They know where they're supposed to be, and just like overlooking my sector.
Unbelievable amount of time and hours have gone into this project. From the Lift Up leader Bob Johnson to the 11 sector leaders. Sector 7 leader Jacob Newland recaps what the project has been like on the small group.
We've all put in a lot of hours to this project. I don't even know at this point if you can tally up like all the hours that Mr. J has spent here, working on script and lift uppers, and how the sector leaders have spent time on everything. And, we've been trying to run the Instagram and we've been doing everything. It's just, there's no way to know.
Preparation for the event has the Lift Up planned down to the second, and execution will be critical, with only one chance to get the video perfect. Bob Johnson explains how much stress and the importance of the timing is for the Lift Up, and everyone being careful for the cameraman.
It's a one-take video, and if any one thing goes wrong, it's like a series of dominoes and the whole video kind of falls apart.
The Lift Up is one of the biggest projects that Carroll High School has ever done. The students of Radio TV and Bob Johnson have put many hours into this project to make it the best it could be.
The 2014 Lift Up was the biggest project I've ever been involved with, and I'm sure that this one will be right on par with that. So that day will be a mixture of excitement and stress.
Be sure to be here on May 24th, Friday, to be a part of the biggest event at Carroll this year. For Studio 415, I'm Cole Daly.
High school can be like many other businesses around the area, where some of the most hardworking people go unnoticed.
In my story, I spent the time with the people who perform thankless tasks. You'll hear from a few of our janitors about why they love their jobs.
Linda Failer is a janitor in the big building here at Carroll, whom most people might not know because of the low prowl she tries to carry around the school. What people really don't know about her is that she went to IPFW for 2 years and actually played volleyball there. Even though she was at IPFW for that time, she had an idea in her mind what she wanted to do with the next steps in her life.
Well, I drove a bus for the school district for 20 years because I really wanted to be a stay-at-home mom with my kids, and that was the best job I could do, stay at home.
After it was time for her to get a part-time job besides bus driving, she reached out to the school and applied to be a janitor here. She got the job and has been here for over 7 years now. Being a janitor can be a tough job with everything that gets thrown at you in a day's work. However, with the respect of the kids, she feels very appreciated for what she does and what the whole janitorial staff does as a whole.
I get a lot of positive feedback from the kids. I get a lot of kids in the hallways that thank me for keeping the school clean, and there's a team of us that do that. There's 2 head custodians on days, and then there's a team of 14 custodians for second and third shift that keep the school looking as nice as it does.
With working 7 to 3:30 every day, Monday through Friday, the job can be demanding with what happens in the time frame every day. The job also has its downtime though, and during the day, during that downtime, Linda likes to interact with her favorite part of the job.
The kids, I like to have fun with the kids. I can get frustrated with them at times, but for the most part, we enjoy each other.
With Linda being one of the 14 custodians that works in the 10-12 every day, there is still a lot of work that is done here in the Carroll Freshman Center.
Brenda Loy is a custodian in the Carroll Freshman Center who has been working with Northwest Allen County Schools for over 18 years now. Even though she has been here for a long stint, she still had a very different lifestyle before this one.
I did not go to college. I was a stay-at-home mom for 10 years before I started working with Northwest Allen as a part-time custodian.
With Brenda having to deal with kids who are straight out of middle school, who may not have matured yet enough to respect the school as a whole, she always has a positive attitude towards the kids and feeds off the energy they give her.
We got a really good group this year, and in the past we've all had a good group. It just takes time for everybody to get to know each other a little bit. They joke around with me, and I can joke around with them back, and I really enjoy being around the kids.
With the CFC still being a large area to cover for just 2 people during the day, there are a lot of hurdles that Brenda faces. But overall, she loves the job she has and knows at the end of the day, everything is going to be all right.
It just depends on what the day brings. Try to get everything done. At the end of the day, when you have obstacles put in, thrown at you here and there, but it's all good.
For Studio 415, I'm Luke Reliu.
With spring starting and summer on its way, many fun activities around Fort Wayne are beginning.
One of these many events is the return of food trucks at local businesses. In my story, you'll see how they draw a crowd out at Ted's and how they'll be drawing a crowd out at CHS too. With the popularity of food trucks becoming more and more popular every year, more and more events are started and more food trucks go to these events. One of the longest going events in Fort Wayne for food trucks is Food Truck Thursday at Ted's. Ted's has been holding this event for 4 years now and has quickly grown into one of the community's favorite events. Each week, regardless of the weather, hundreds of people head out to Ted's to get their food trucks and listen to the live entertainment that they have every week. The event has transformed from a small event with a few people every week to one of Northern Fort Wayne's largest events.
I think Food Truck Thursdays is probably one of those events like on the north side of Fort Wayne that, if you just have a group of friends and you want to come out and have a great time, it's the place to be on a beautiful summer nights, live music outside.
The variety in food trucks present in each Food Truck Thursday allows for the guests to have their great choice in what they can have, ranging from home style to Mexican and barbecue. There is always something for everyone. Not only is this a great fun event for the guests, but many of the employees working these days also really enjoy working with the food trucks.
Oh yeah, food trucks is my favorite thing to do, probably, because first off, you don't got to do much. And you see everyone at Carroll, because you don't got to do much because everyone at the food trucks is doing it. All I have to do is pick up everyone's trash, and I love to do it because the weather's normally nice.
Not only will you be able to catch most of these trucks here at Ted's on Thursdays, you'll also be able to catch them on Friday, May 31st at Carroll after school. For the end of the school year, the Student Council has decided to give something for the students on their last few days. The Student Council is bringing in food trucks for the students of Carroll to enjoy after school on the 31st. They made this decision because they believed that this would be something fun for the students and something they would all enjoy.
We were just sort of brainstorming what would be like a cool idea to bring the student body together, and we thought food obviously is a great option. And food trucks is really popular.
The event will take place after school until 5 and will be open to all students. For Studio 415, I'm Desmond McNeely.
Tiger Woods may be the story of this golf season, but one story here in Fort Wayne might give that a run for its money.
The boys' golf season at Carroll is reaching its last legs before the start of the postseason. Studio 415 reporter Joe Hacker joins us in the studio to tee up this story.
I spent some time with the boys' golf team to see how their season has been with sectionals just 2 weeks away.
The version of golf that we know today began in the late 1400s on the eastern coast of Scotland. While it originated with players just hitting a little pebble, it has since evolved to allow players to hit absolute bombs down the fairway in a way that history has never seen before. Over that period of time, golf has seen its fair share of greatness on and off the course, from legends of the game like Jack Nicklaus and Tiger Woods to head coach Justin Shippey and his Carroll Chargers. After reaching the state finals 2 seasons ago, the boys went into last year knowing that they were in for a rebuilding season after losing all 5 of the players that participated in the previous season's state finals. However, that didn't mean that the boys were just going to sit down and accept defeat night in and night out. They worked hard to improve their game. They still faced problems over the course of the season, but came together as a team, placing second in sectionals in order to advance to regionals, but they failed to advance to a second straight state finals meet. That said, the team still learned many valuable lessons from that season that they believe will help charge them up for a longer and more successful postseason run this year.
We definitely need to put a lot more balls in the hole. We miss too many short putts, And I mean, the whole point of the game, just putting the ball in the hole. So, I mean, first, just balls deep in the fairway, put it close, and then put it in the hole.
Riding their experience from last year, the team is continuing to improve on some of the issues that plagued them last season by staying consistent in their practice habits and having a better focus overall when they are on the course, but still keeping the loose environment that made them successful in the past.
Because a lot of them that played on the sectional and regional team came back this year, so they all were back and they know what they have to do. So they've know what they need to improve on and what to do to get past the next level.
So far, the Chargers have made DJ Khaled proud because all they do is win. After their first 5 matches, the Chargers had an overall record of 4-1. That early success has mostly been a product of Chandler Boyce's success. The senior has posted scores in the 30s twice to go with rounds of 40 and 41 across the Chargers' head-to-head matches. But while the regular season results are great, the players know they are approaching the time of the year that matters the most, the postseason. The Chargers' road back to state will start at Noble Hawk Golf Links with hopes of a return to the state meet.
Our main goals is to just not lose. Definitely trying to get through regionals to state. We got definitely a good group of guys this year, so I definitely see that in our future.
The boys are getting juiced up for their matches against Homestead this week. For Studio 415, I'm Joe Hacker.
The Carroll girls softball team is back in play and ready to dominate the competition.
Studio 415 reporter Calvin Cornett gives us the scoop on how the season is going and what the team is improving on.
Softball season is in full swing for the Carroll Chargers girls softball team. Recovering from a previous losing season, the team plans on improving certain aspects of the team.
Definitely our bats and our attitude. It's gotten so much better since last year. We've been able to hit more.
After not getting the results they wanted last year, the girls are fired up to get another chance to take on Leo in their first sectionals matchup. Last year, an 11-0 blowout saw the end to their season.
Well, we're really looking forward to Leo. We got them first sectional draw, so it's always been a tough year, but we're gonna try and come out and play tough.
This year led by Coach Cassie Antos and seniors Ava Newland, Elizabeth McNeely, Kendall Brumball, Rebecca Bowders, Nicole Brown, and Megan Pfeiffer, a better season has been shaping out. Previously, the team has seen problems with things such as morale issues.
Last season, it was a little rough. I feel like a lot of the seniors didn't want to be there, so this year is a lot better because we have a lot more want and need to play.
A lot of improvement has been made to this year's team. With runners getting onto base more, the opportunity to score is more prevalent.
When I'm up to the plate, it's just a good feeling when I get a good hit, when we need it, coming in clutch. It just feels good when you hit it in the right spot.
As well as batting, their fielding has seen an improvement from overall defense to communication as well.
Our defense is pretty solid. Maybe we could get more consistent hitting and hit more dingers.
Weather permitting, the Lady Chargers take on the New Haven Bulldogs at 5:30 as they are hoping to improve their record as sectionals approach. Come out and support. For Studio 415, I'm Calvin Cornett.
Finally, today after school, there will be an academic seminar about J.R.R. Tolkien's Lord of the Rings from 4 to 5 p.m. in the small auditorium.
English teacher Donovan Gentis will present and explore who is the true Lord of the Rings. There will be a raffle and prizes.
That's all we have for today. Thanks for watching our live show.
We have one live show next week.
For all of us here at Studio 415, have a great week, Carroll.
Yeah! Sunny days and friendly smiles. Studio 415. Watch the news unfold. Another age-old moment. Students today create our future.